To put it in law, there may be litigation, but we will be in a much better position than to not do that. And, listen, women are getting pregnant every day in America. And this is a real issue. And we need to act with a sense of haste about what is at play, what is at stake. And codifying Roe will be an important moment in terms of putting back in place protections for the folks who are at risk right now because of what the court did in Dobbs.
Hey guys, Talks with Kenny. I'm in shock right now. Kamala Harris just said that pregnancy is an issue in America. Imagine that. That these Democrats believe that pregnancy is such a burden on women that it's not even supposed to be, it's something bad. They associate pregnancy with something bad. Like you got an infection or you got cancer. That's how they talk. That's the way you saw the video. The way she spoke about pregnancy was as if it was cancer. Like we're taking away chemotherapy or something. It's crazy how such of a cynical view they have on motherhood. They believe women are just worker drones. Like, hey, you're here to work. You're here to pay taxes for our government. I think that's one of the reasons why Democrats want women to bigger participation in the workforce. So they just see women as tax money, more tax money. And they know if a woman gets pregnant, that's 9 months of tax money that they won't have, or at a lower rate of income. You can see why they want to do abortions all day. But who does this issue? Who's she speaking to, guys? This is the question I want to ask you in the comment section below. Who is she speaking to? Because she's not speaking to all of America. Because if you go to the both sides of the extremes, more people agree with banning abortion than agree with having abortion up to 9 months. Because most support for abortion stops after the first trimester, right? After the first trimester, majority of Americans slowly starts backing off. That's where majority of people sit. That's when the abortion people say, "Oh, most Americans believe in abortion rights," up to the in a nuanced sense, the first trimester. And the pro-life is just saying, "Hey, leave it up to the states. The government shouldn't require all states to associate with that because it's the Democratic." I won't even say it's the Democratic Party, but people who vote Democrats or who the Democrats cater to, they like power and control so much. That's why, in my belief, Democrats are the party of the control freaks. You can quote that. Democrats are the party of the control freaks. Why you say that, Kenny? Okay. The Supreme Court of Justice struck down Roe v. Wade. We all know this. If you're politically engaged, you know that it just gives the issues back to the state. So every individual state gets to decide how they want to rule on the issue of abortion, right? So if a majority of people say, hey, we're a pro-life state, allows to have pro-life, majority rules, right? So that state's allowed to govern itself the way it sees fit. Okay, abortion is banned in that state. So why are the Democrats so heavily favored on making it federal across the entire state, regardless of what every individual state wants or needs? It's just pushing their beliefs. This is why they're so big on indoctrination. This is why they're so big on getting you to think the way they do, or else they want to remove you from the platform. They want to remove you from the country, essentially. That if you don't go along with our mess, you're evil. You're just wrong. Regardless of the fact that saying, hey, I believe life begins at conception. Life is constant. The only time you die is when someone either kills you or of natural causes. That's the only time you die, right? Abortion kills you because in your earlier development stage, when you're in the fetus stage, they kill you, right? And the argument is, I have a consistent argument. My argument is consistent because I was like, okay, I'm going to take my 2-year-old son, for example. If you had killed that ball of cells, would my son be here or not? No. Okay. So there's a chain reaction. You stopped him at his moment, at his initial stage. Life stages doesn't justify whether you can kill someone or not. I don't care who you are, because you're not God, right? That's essentially our rights, our God-given rights, right? Human rights. Everyone has a right to life. Everyone has your rights end where another begin. But it seems like it's a blown concept to Democrats. Democrats just care about our agenda, what we want. It's very selfish, very narcissistic, and you see why they're getting out of touch with most Americans now, because they believe what's good for them. Oh, they're redefining what a recession is, just like they're redefining what a life is. We say life begins at conception. 94% of biologists agree with that. They'll go, oh, no, it's not life to me. But because of my perception, it shouldn't be the case. Okay. Most states in Alabama say, hey, we want to ban abortion. But Democrats are protesting on their states where it'll never be banned. You got women in New York protesting about abortion in New York when New York would never threaten to abolish abortion ever. But we want to speak up for the women that's in pro-life states. The women in pro-life states have a choice to make. Either you stay there, you can't have abortion where you're at, move to where you can, if it's that big of an issue for you. Well, no one has the means to just move, Kenny. Well, you should actually pay a cost if you actually. It should be hard to go out and kill someone else. You get me? We shouldn't make it easy for you to go kill another life. And if a state believes, hey, that thing's a life, why you expect the state to? Why you feel entitled for the state to help you in an endeavor that majority of the people in your state disagrees with you on? Go to where you're appreciated, not tolerated, right? If you're in a pro-life state and you're pro-choice, go to where you're appreciated. Go to a pro-choice state. You don't have to stay in a pro-life state. And that's what we want. That's all we asking for. That's the compromise we're asking for. Hey, give the issues to the state, right? And then we can move to where we believe aligns with our values and beliefs. When you go to a company, if the company doesn't align with your values and belief, you don't work there. It's the same. Now we're going to bring that concept to states. I don't know why it's such a hard thing to understand. This is why I think a civil war can happen. Or at most, it's going to be a cultural war to the max. Because you got one side of people saying, hey, we can't convince these people, but we can convince the people that's in the middle. Let us at least make laws in our, let us make rules in our own state. And you got another side of people that's saying, no, this should be accessible to every corner of the United States. No exceptions. Regardless if the people here believe in it or not. But then you want to talk about democracy. More like hypocrisy to me. The same people pushing, it's a threat to democracy. It's a threat to democracy. I say you're a threat to democracy. Because at the end of the day, you're forcing your beliefs on someone else. And you claim the pro-life people are doing that. All the pro-life niggas say, hey, you pro-choice state, have it up to 9 months. We may not like it. We may prefer it. Hey, nationwide ban of abortions. That's our position. But the compromise is, hey, okay, let every individual state decide. Who could disagree with that? Let me guys know what you think in the comment section below. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. I really would appreciate it. And I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.